So you can see how green this cricket pitch is. That's because we're harvesting the stormwater and treating it and then irrigating back onto Dobson Park and the Tim Neville Arboretum.
Knox City Council's stormwater harvesting scheme at Dobson Park and Tim Neville Arboretum has been designed to reduce mains water consumption by utilising stormwater harvested from surrounding catchments.
So the Stormceptor has 3 chambers. The first chamber is where the primary filtration's done. Then we come into the second chamber. So under this manhole is the coalescer. The coalescer polishes the water prior to going into the third chamber, which is the pump station. So this is integral to the Stormceptor, and there's pump 1, 2 and 3 in here. The pumps then pump into the valve chamber. The valve chamber is the last hatch. That contains your non-return valves and isolation valves prior to discharging up to the tank on Dobson Park. The Stormceptor provides primary treatment of the harvested stormwater after the diversion pit. So the Stormceptor removes sediment, gross pollutants and hydrocarbons, treating the water so we can pump it to the storage tanks in Dobson Park near the pavilion. So the water from the Stormceptor pumps up to this tank. So this black pipe is the inlet from the Stormceptor. At peak flow, that's running at 60 litres a second. This white pipe here is the overflow. Now that overflows back to the wetland where it's further treated through the biological process. This smaller drain here is the constant recirculation loop, a base flow through the wetland. The Purerain system behind me in this application is used for treatment and irrigating to the sports fields. Obviously they aren't just used in this application. Used regularly on building service projects for toilet flushing and irrigation, many other uses. This system is 3.5 litres a second duty. We go right through to 30 litres a second and larger for irrigation and high demand projects. So that's the master control panel. You can see an overview of the irrigation system. So that's your tank, the pumps, the pressure of the system, and then the flow irrigating. Then there's a whole project overview where you can see all of the systems across the whole project. One of the beauties of this system here, as you can see, delivered to site in the enclosure, fully tested and packaged as a one-piece unit. Just have to plumb the pipework in and out and power it up and it's ready to go. The Bafflebox is installed on the Tim Neville Arboretum side of the stormwater harvesting project to treat the top catchment. Now that catchment comes into a 375 diameter inlet pipe through the Bafflebox out to the wetland. So 2 unique things about the Bafflebox is the spell view cover being the only clear cover on a gross pollutant trap, meaning that maintenance and inspections are easy. You can see straight through from the top. And the other is that you treat 100% of your flow, so no first flush. So inspecting and maintaining the unit is as easy as lifting the spell view cover. Then you can lift the bottom hatch and take the sediment out of the base.
The 4th stage is the wetland for tertiary treatment of the stormwater.
The constructed wetland is a biological form of stormwater treatment, which is taking out the soluble nutrients such as phosphorus and nitrogen. Also brings back an aesthetic, which brings the community together.
And then the 5th stage is the storage lake, which also has the recirculation pump.
We're here at pump station number 4. The pump station is an Ultima pump station with an automatic pump that circulates the water between the storage lake and the wetland. So we're at the end of the stormwater harvesting process, and the last piece in this puzzle is the flow control valve. So when it's not raining and the Stormceptor is not taking fresh inflow from the main drain, this valve will open and allow a recirculation flow to go back to the Stormceptor to go through the process again. AKS is proud to be part of this solution, working with Council from design through construction and now onto maintenance. What we've been able to do here is provide unique out-of-the-box solutions, from the stormwater treatment with the Stormceptor to the integrated control system. Being able to take pressure off the potable town water supply has brought livability to this park in ways not seen before.